Hey people, it's time for some Sunday school. So I'm going to come right off the top here and give you the goods. What's on the tables of the flesh of sacrifice is the best reefer bin. Best reefer bin. And so, the definition of this is best, be in fire or in consume, re-carbon. To re-carbon something, you burn it, you smoke it. And it's the best reefer bin. So all y'all stoners, hold on, hang in there for a while, because you're going to get a kick out of what this line actually says in the Greek, where they don't say anything about the table or anything about the burnt sacrifice, just the tables here. And so I told you that last movie yesterday that I was going to read these 3 chapters, Ezekiel 40, 41, and 42, and because I was seeing it was talking about the Giza Plateau, and sure enough, these 3 chapters, they're talking about the hustle and bustle going on in the Giza Plateau and what they're selling over there. And they're really long chapters, not that they're that long, but this survive with this tack in it comes up at least 14 times just in this one chapter, where you read it all backwards again. So, a good part of this chapter reads both directions, so that it makes it about a half of it, add 50% to the length of it. But I didn't notice this until this morning, and I seen it was a difficult couple chapters, but I was going to hit on some of the words that they were using as the tables, is the cell on what, ESLHN, the cell on what, what they're selling is up on the tables. The sell on what? Best reefer bin. Oh, this is the best reefer I done had today. He done found it. And so not everything they're selling is legal. And you see it in these words for the windows. Because when you read them backwards, like I say, most of this chapter reads backwards. You read up here and it's to survive. S-V-I-V, to survive. And this comes up so many times, this survive, that I figured it out in this chapter. So when you read it backwards, it's just B is in Ives, I-V-S. And so Ives is, is an English word meaning you would. As in, you would is the tree, a yew tree would. But also you would. Y-O-U-W-O-U-L-D. You would is the way they tease these words. And so the way this reads, it's got a bunch of words with different parentheses, and this is a later writing, and I always use the first word. I don't know if they understood well on this other writing here. And it's what of, W-T-A-V. What of wall to volume, V-A-L-M-U, the volume accommodate is where the word accommodate come from. The volume accommodate. Hail is, where'd you drag up from, where you come from. Where do you hail from? Where'd you drag up from? What of the wall to volume accommodate? Hail, to come from. To hole in what? It. Lou is it, he, she, or it. Of the bind, connected, whatever you were talking about. Will all 'em to survive. In Ives, in you would, in Ives, in you would. In Ives, lay low, will. The tunnel, who. The late tudum, the lay tutum cum law, and law what to. And then you come back and read after the tack. Survive. Care commisses. That's where your word commission come from. Commisses him. Where have comes was rise him. So they got tunnels hidden all out through there, because what they're selling, not everything's legal. And a lot of times they're just selling maps to where to go get it. It's so illegal they don't want to carry it on them, and they'll sell you a map where you can go dig it up in the desert. And you can see it here in this word of the sacrifices, the flesh of the sacrifices, because it's the only time they use this word as offering. As many times as the flesh of offering comes up in the Bible, this is the only time they use it like this, spelled a bunch of different ways. And so this line has it in here too, same thing. And so it's, and the spot is top had ham con is, the top had backwards had ham a con is. And so Ham is the black son of Noah, the Ham. A con is the sneaky, a con is. Invite, survive. And so when this dot's not in here, this is invite, but this is invite, and this is in the house, the bite. And it's actually talking about a cartouche as a bite. It's a story, but it's actually all hiding a different story behind it. In it, the bite survive. In Ives tie in bum income. The hatch put, it H-A-H-H-A-C-H, chet. The hatch put from it pishu, the cat. This pishu, the hole on the top of the Sphinx they say is not there. And that's what that is. The hatch put from it pishu. And then back past the line, survive. To the spot is top. Had ham to con is. In bite, in the house survive. In Ives tie in. Bum income. The hatch put from it pishu survive. The cat survive. Wall, and then backwards and forwards after the tack. And so you see the word tables is also tunnel too, T-U-N-H-L-S-E. The wall tunnels, and then back the other way. The wall tunnels the cell on what best reefer bin. So for everybody that doesn't know, they paved over with cement a deep hole in the top of the Sphinx head. And it's got an iron trap door was fitted to it. And so that's where they used to sell dope out of the Sphinx, and and Ham had his trap door on top of the Sphinx head. So the same line in the Greek Bible. The Greek Bible was written later by a snob. He had a different attitude, but he was trying to copy it. But the vav is the key is the vav is connected and or u or a w or a v, but it's it's two. It's connected. It's something connected. It's to the palace. This it's choosy. This is the cat. The cats are choosy. They're finicky, it chews, and he was allergic to cats. I guess he was a choosy. To Pallas this Achusi, the cat, the Sphinx. Commotion. Something's moving. A commotion. La lazy menon. Of the la. Of the. Same as in the Hebrew. L-E. Of the. Lazy menon. In French they just say the. The lazy menon. The soothing Kukalo. That's their name. The soothing, like Kukalo Khan, the wacky god from South America. The soothing Kukalo. That's the name for the weed. To the pie. The pie is a circle. To the circle, it has. The circle, the pie, it has trapezes back and forth. They're passing it back and forth. The pan then staggers. The pan is, as they say, is all. But it's the circle. The surround. The pan then. If you take a panoramic vision, is a lens that sees. All around. The pan is more all around than just all. The pan then all around staggers. All around then staggers. To the palace at the Chusi, at the cat. Commotion of the lazy menon. The soothing Kukalo. To the pie, to the circle, it is trapezes, it passes around. The pan then staggers, all around, then a staggering. To call up it, stay apo. To call up it, stay apo, away, opposing is away. To stay away, to vet to get out, to stay away, to get out. To this, the Pharisees. They're making fun of them, like the sects of the Jews. Well, this is the third sects of Ham, and they're the Pharisees. They be sharing their dope. They got the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And so they're making fun of these potheads, because they're the Pharisees. To this Pharisees. So that's why if you try to read it, the English, where they'd force these words, it doesn't make any sense. In a palm size they shall have wave border, dressed stone inside, round about, and over the tables on top or roofs, to cover up from the rain and the dryness. That's why it don't make no sense, because this is ancient English poetry in these stories, and they didn't want people to know what it says. They didn't want us to know our past, that all these writers spoke English, and so they forced these words, trying to force stories, and so they try to keep similar words the same as much as they can, and so that's why none of this makes any sense. That's why none of the Bible, the Hebrew or the Greek, makes any sense. And anybody says they can read it and they come up with this interpretation, they're lying. They can't read it. I'll call them out right here. So I'm going to cut this off here. I'll make this short when everybody go smoke you some weed and know that it's biblical, and it's the flesh of the sacrifice, the best reefer bin. All right, good day.